away from Camavinga as well. He's taking on Vinicius.
Imagine being just 16,
company again.
walking into the Euros like pressure doesn't exist. Then against France, Yamal curls one into the corner from outside the box, the youngest scorer in Euros history. But the craziest part? He plays like football is just a joke, and defenders are the punchline.
Peppering the opposition goal with shots. It's taken outside. It's a nice run from Lamine Yamal. Brings it over!
Before the records and Barcelona, there was Roca Fonda, a working-class neighborhood where football was simply an escape. Young Lamine traveled long journeys with his father just to reach training, again and again. Eventually, Barcelona noticed him. At La Masia, his talent became impossible to ignore.
Have operated out of possession. We expect Spain to dominate the ball. They generally do. Here's Yamal. Skips away from Lima. The cover's on from Sabitzer.
Yamal wasn't just a dribbler. His real weapon was decision-making. He could see the next move before defenders did. Then, at just 15, he made his Barcelona debut against Real Betis, becoming their youngest ever first-team player. Most teenagers were watching football. Yamal was already...
Now, here is Lamine Yamal, looking for the angle to have a hit! Oh!
Lamine Yamal.
And then something strange happened. The record stopped feeling surprising. Youngest Barcelona debutant. Youngest La Liga starter in decades. Youngest Champions League starter. Youngest La Liga goal scorer. Youngest Spanish player to debut and score for the national team. One record after another. It became almost ridiculous. At 16 years and 57 days, Yamal scored on his Spain debut against Georgia. He was already the youngest player to represent Spain. Then, against Granada, he became the youngest goal scorer in La Liga history. But records don't explain Yamal. His personality does. Because while everyone else was talking about his age, he was playing like age didn't matter. And that confidence would soon become his greatest weapon.
La anterior ventana, y va Lamine Yamal ahora por la izquierda, se va hacia la línea de fondo, vuelve a recortar.
Goes down.
Euro 2024 should have terrified a 16-year-old, but Yamal looked fearless. Against France, he curled in a stunning goal, the youngest scorer in Euros history. Then in the final, he assisted Spain's opener as they won the tournament. At just 17, Yamal had already conquered Europe.
We've known that for quite a long time this evening.
Back. And Lamine Yamal's away. Oyarzabal's up with it.
Great feat.
He's still sitting on the ground expecting
Lamine Yamal. Maybe another run is in store from Lamine Yamal.
But perhaps the most important thing about Yamal wasn't happening inside the stadium. It was happening after the goals. 3, 0, 4, 304. Those numbers represent the final digits of Roca Fonda's postal code. It's his way of saying, I haven't forgotten where I came from. Yamal has explained that the celebration came from his friends. It became his signature. And suddenly, every time he scored for Barcelona or Spain, a small neighborhood outside Barcelona appeared on football's biggest stages. That is why Yamal's story feels different. He's not trying to erase his past. He's carrying it with him.
Lamine Yamal. Nice curl! Oh, I say, what an unbelievable goal! The 16-year-old Lamine Yamal!
Then came the Messi comparisons, but Yamal refuses them. He calls Messi the greatest ever, yet says he wants to be himself, his own style, his own legacy. And ironically, that's why people keep comparing him to legends. But football eventually showed Yamal its cruel side. In 2025, Barcelona crashed out against Inter Milan, despite Yamal scoring and creating chances. He was sensational, but it wasn't enough. That night taught him something important. Talent can change a match, but football can still break your heart. The response was remarkable. Barcelona won the Copa del Rey in 2025. Yamal produced 2 assists in the final against Real Madrid. Then Barcelona beat Madrid 4-3 in a wild league Clásico. Yamal scored in that comeback, and by the end of the 2024-25 season, he had 18 goals and 25 assists across all competitions. Then came another symbolic moment, the number 10, Messi's old shirt. Barcelona gave it to Yamal for the 2025-26 season. He signed a new contract until 2031. The message was obvious. Barcelona weren't simply developing a talent anymore. They were building around him. And Yamal, his response was pure confidence. He said he wanted to keep enjoying his football and have an even better season.
La banda para Lamine Yamal, ahí se han hecho un lío con Jules Koundé, se la llevó Lamine Yamal, encara sobre Mkhitaryan, se le va bien, se mete en el área, va a buscar el disparo.